Marlon Wayans sat down with Shannon Sharpe for Club Shay Shay, and he got into a lot of the Wayans family history, which is always a good listen. He talks about a lot of different things. Let's get into the first clip where he talks about his family leaving In Living Color.
We left In Living Color because Fox was syndicating the show and it was hurting Keenan's pockets. And Keenan was like, nah, you ain't gonna do this to me. And my family said, this money. And we all left In Living Color. There's an episode of Living Color where we got black shades on. It's a Christmas episode. Jamie Foxx is singing. And me and my family, we got black glasses on. And we sitting there like this as a family because we protesting. And we going, you ain't gonna my brother. We a family. You touch one, you touch all. Your money, I'm sorry. They was offering us big checks, $70,000 checks to stay on that show. I'm still a brother after this. No, I'm gonna support my brother. And we all left the show. And that's why season 5, it got weird. It got Bismarcky, and God bless Chris Rock. He came at the wrong time, but and as brilliant as he is, you couldn't save it because the eyes of the show is gone.
Nobody needs a 6-part documentary more than the Wayans family. Keenan Ivory Wayans is a god and should always be treated as such. Drop on the clues bombs for the Wayans brothers. Wayans family.
For real. And then, so speaking of getting weird, he also talked about Harvey Weinstein because if you remember, Harvey Weinstein's company backed Miramax. So when the Wayans family was doing all of the scary movies, they were working with Weinstein through that process. And they had some hiccups in that relationship as well, too. Let's take a listen.
We pitched White Chicks to 5 other places. Everybody bid. So then they come and go, okay, we're going to come over the top and we're going to pay you, I think it was like a 20 against 20 deal, whatever. And
but you got that on the second
22 against 22. And we was like, no. And they took the idea and I was like, oh, you. So they took the idea, they hired the Zucker brothers and they brought them on to do Scary Movie 3 based on the idea that we told them. You got that one off. Part 4 didn't do as well. You don't know the formula. But God is everywhere, right? So we didn't retaliate. We did nothing with it like this.
You didn't file no lawsuit like he did?
We should have. We go on, made our money. White Chicks made another classic. Little Man made another classic. We do our thing.
Right.
Fast forward to, sometimes you ain't got to do nothing. Because God's going to do it all.
Let him handle it.
God's revenge. When God comes for you, you got to trust God.
So he's saying all that stuff happened to Harvey because Harvey stole a Scary Movie?
Yeah, basically, he's saying that was a part of. I mean, not just
because
of that. That was a part of the karma, right?
Yeah. I'm glad Marlon feels like that, but the reality is, if Harvey did that to the Wayans brothers, he did that to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And if we want to talk about karma, I believe 11 counts of rape will ultimately catch up to you faster than stealing Scary Movie will.
Hello? I think he was just speaking to the fact of Harvey, from what he experienced with Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, he's not a good person. And when you're not a good person, because Shannon was asking him, like, did you guys sue him? Like, y'all should have. And he was like, we should have, but no, we didn't. And he was saying, like, they didn't do it, and they sat back and...
Harvey was just doing a lot of people dirty in a lot of different ways, and it all caught up.
Yep. Now, finally, the last clip that we have is Marlon talking about the Wayans and how they are, like, the originators of the halftime show for the Super Bowl.
Keenan and Eric Gold and those guys came up with the idea to do the halftime show because they had bands, marching bands playing.
Yeah.
And Keenan they was like, they got with Doritos and I think Pepsi, somebody else, and they was like, we're gonna steal the audience. And Living Color was at its biggest.
Yes.
And it was like, we gonna take that audience and bring them to In Living Color and did a special In Living Color halftime show. All the viewers scattered, left the Super Bowl, went to Fox, watched this hilarious live In Living Color episode. Damon got in some trouble. Yeah, so we stole the audience. And the next year,
they had Mike.
They was like, y'all ain't never doing that again. And they paid the biggest star in the world to come do the halftime show.
This is why when you have those historic stories like that, you got to keep telling them over and over.
Yes.
Because it's always new to someone.
That's right.
I've heard that story a million times. But
it's new to a lot of people.
To a new generation, they like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Now, speaking of Marlon telling his story, y'all remember a few weeks ago we had talked about the back and forth between Vlad TV and Marlon because Vlad had reached out to Marlon to do a sit-down interview. Marlon said, okay, I'll do it, but here's my price. It's $40K. And Vlad got on Twitter and talked about how, after the Airy Spirits interview where he brought it up there, he then got on Twitter and was having a conversation about how he thought that was crazy because Marlon Wayans typically on any according to Vlad, on any platform he's on, and the numbers at the time for what we could see for some of Marlon's recent interviews, would only do 100 to maybe 300,000 views on these platforms, and it wouldn't make sense for Vlad money-wise because of what Marlon was asking for.
Right. Where Marlon at? What the number at with Club Shay Shay?
On Club Shay Shay, Marlon is at 1.3 million in 18 hours for the full interview. And they've started pulling out clips, so there'll be some more numbers added to that. Now, to put this in context, I want to compare it to Shannon Sharp's last 2 interviews, which was Tyrese and John Cena. Tyrese hit 3.1 million in 7 days. And John Cena hit 2.1 million in 2 weeks. So, I mean, Club Shay Shay is the place to go to, you know what I mean, right now. So the numbers are going to number. But for Marlon to hit 1.3 in 18 hours, I think Vlad missed out. Like, I think that it speaks to the people still wanting to hear these historical, like, TV entertainment moments from Marlon, who is, you know, Marlon is still relevant, but the Wayans family, what they've done, and, like, the institution of that is a big deal. So,
well, if Vlad didn't know that already, he's hearing you say it now. And Marlon is petty. I'm guaranteeing Marlon's gonna let Vlad know at some point on social media today, the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure today.
Yeah, and Vlad, before this Shannon Sharp interview, Vlad had DJ Academics on his platform, and he did apologize for how he handled the situation, which was whack, by coming on Twitter and all that. And he said he had respect for Marlon, whatever. But yes, Marlon's numbers they're numbering over on Club Shay Shay. So now moving on, Naomi Campbell, Anna Wintour got into a little Fashion Week. Let's take a listen really quick.
The honor of presenting tonight to someone who is often late.
I want to say this. Everything's meant to work out for me. It's meant to work out. It wasn't my choice to have the other lady. I'd much rather have this. So thank you.
What they say?
So she said, everything that's supposed to work out for me is going to work out. It wasn't my choice to have the other lady. I'd much rather have this. And what she's speaking to when she says this is, Naomi Campbell was at the Harlem's Fashion Row Style Awards, and she was going to be receiving the Fashion Icon Award. The award was supposed to be given to her by Anna Wintour. Anna Wintour went on stage and opened it because she said Naomi Campbell was late.
Called her the N-word. Okay, continue.
She said Naomi Campbell was late. So
Called her the N-word.
Naomi Campbell came up after, and she said, look, I was a little, I'm here, like it's happening.
What did Naomi say at first? What the first line she said? What did she say, Red? Play it back? Just the first line.
The honor of presenting tonight to someone who is
Naomi.
often late.
I heard Anna call her the N-word.
I want to
No,
say
you
this.
didn't.
Yes, you did. When you say you
Everything's
already
meant to work out for me. It's meant to work out. It wasn't my choice to have the other lady. I'd much rather have this.
That's Naomi.
whatever the first word Naomi said, she called her a bitch. So Anna called her the N-word.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
it's
and Naomi said bitch, and then she said whatever the way it's supposed to work out.
Naomi gonna give it to you how you throwing it.
Right.
She don't care who you are. And now to clarify, Naomi Campbell's people are coming out and they're clarifying that Naomi was not late. She was given a time to be there and she showed up at that time. However, what they are saying is that Anna Wintour had plans after. She was trying to make her way to the U.S. Open, so they moved up the presentation slot to an earlier time. Anna Wintour did set her little part, and then she left because people were like, oh, this is real shady because Anna Wintour didn't even stay for the presentation.
So Naomi wasn't late. Anna Wintour was early.
Anna Wintour handed off the presentation to a Harper's Bazaar editor-in-chief who presented to Naomi. And when she says, I would much rather have this, she's saying, I would much rather have been presented this award by the Harper's Bazaar editor.
But explain the sad thing, because the sad thing is this is supposed to be all about black fashion.
It's supposed to be all about, like, yes, black fashion and iconic black fashion moments and people in black fashion. And now we done had to pull Naomi Campbell back out of her bag from back in the day. Like, don't play with her.
Has anybody ever seen Anna Wintour's eyes?
I've never. Wait, yes, she be taking her glasses off sometimes.
I ain't never seen her with her shades off.
Nah, she always got her shades
She always
on.
got her Stevie Wonder going on. How y'all know Anna Wintour not blind, but y'all taking her advice on fashion?
She saw that Naomi Campbell. Well, no, she didn't see Naomi Campbell was late because according to Naomi Campbell, she wasn't late.
Y'all taking her advice on fashion and she blind.
No, look, she got her
be walking
glasses off
around all
right
that.
here.
Yeah, man.
Glasses off right here.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess with
I like
Lauren
my story
LaRosa.
better.
All right.
Now,
Now,
I'm a Rosa.
I said Lauren LaRosa.
Oh.
You know it's Lauren LaRosa. People think I'm like Spanish or something, like Dominican or something, because you say
Lord.
LaRosa.
First she Lauren London, the
Nah.
Delaware
No.
Nunu.
Now
she's
she
Spanish.
Latino.
No.
You
Now
got to
she
cut this
Latino.
out.
People are always like, that's not your real name because you're not like Dominican or something. I'm like, it's
Oh,
Rosa. My
Lord.
grandmother's name is Rosa. It's Rosa.
Oh, that's black.
Not Rosa.
Okay, now
it's
it
very,
makes
it's
Lauren LaRosa.
It's very niggish. Yes.
So why you be saying LaRosa?
I say Lauren LaRosa.
No,
Y'all
you
say
didn't. You
Lauren
said Lauren
LaRosa.
LaRosa.
I don't say Lauren LaRosa.
Now this make more
I
sense.
say Lauren LaRosa. Rosa.
You
My
don't say
grandma's
Rosa.
name was Rosa.
My grandmother's name is Rosa. My mom's name is Lois. She did the LOs for Lauren and La Rosa. Lolo.
like
My
this.
nickname's Lolo.
Lauren La Rosa.
Rosa.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, put some cotton fields
I like
on my
that.
name.
I like
Yep,
that.
Put some
Jesus.
respect on my name.
Okay.
All right. When we come back, we got front page news. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.